Hello viewers, I no longer have any doubt in my mind. Donald Trump is going to be indicted, and Donald Trump is going to be convicted. And I don't simply mean being indicted via Fulton County, Georgia DA Fani Willis on election fraud charges, possibly Kingdom RICO charges, including the 17 Georgia public officers that are targets, along with Rudy Giuliani and Mark Meadows. We will urge you all to take a minute of your precious time to hit the subscribe button and then turn on the notification bell for any updates from us. It was once today's hearing in the front of Judge Dearie, the special master appointed by Site Visitors Court to cite Aileen Cannon to oversee the dispute over the documents that Trump stole from the U.S. government and hid in Mar-a-Lago that made it clear. Today's listening to was a shining instance of what the rule of law appears like in this country and what Trump is going to have to face when he goes to trial. Trump is an egocentric, delusional, fascistic narcissist who sincerely believes himself to be invincible. And from day one of his prison troubles, he has ignored the rule of law, believing that he should win by pure intellectual superiority and the force of his most excellent will. His legal group has so far eschewed official legal arguments in want of its true, due to the fact Trump says so. To be fair, force of will can every so often work. In August of 1914, as German forces swarmed into France, the top French general, Marshal Foch, refused to take delivery of the inferiority of the French army. He repeatedly issued stand and combat orders that stalled the Germans and issued advance and assault orders that caught the Germans off guard. And when the Germans screwed up their advance, Foch rolled up their flank and started a 4-year stalemate that led to Germany's defeat. But this isn't 1914, and Trump certain as shit isn't Marshal Foch. And the hearing in Brooklyn nowadays finally laid naked the central weakness to Trump's defense, which is essentially Trump has no defense. Remember, in the Florida case that now has the special master in Brooklyn, the Dodge isn't prosecuting anyone. The case is Donald Trump versus the United States. Trump is the plaintiff in this lawsuit, which means that he, and no longer the Dodge, has to prove his case with a preponderance of the evidence. And Trump's felony team is now not presented a shred of proof of his propriety of the documents, preferring to throw shine on the Dodge's case, who don't have to prove anything. And the Chews gave them the back of his hand. The Espionage Act is crystal clear. The unauthorized possession of archives relating to countrywide defense is a federal crime. There is no reference to the classification of the documents. If the authorities decides that the document offers with national defense, then you're in the damage locker. Classification is immaterial, all the government has to aver is that the files dealt with national defense. Which doesn't even take into account the categorized and top-secret documents that the FBI recovered. Trump's legal professionals have steadfastly refused to tell the court docket that any of the documents had been declassified for one simple reason: they weren't. And there are no archives more included by the thinking of national protection than the unauthorized possession of top-secret documents. But all of that is already known and accepted. It isn't what made me write this piece. What made me write this piece used to be Attorney General Merrick Garland's speech at Ellis Island, swearing in 200 new U.S. citizens. He spoke emotionally about the FQCT that the U.S. admitting his grandmother saved her from the Holocaust. But then he laid down a marker. He said that even as a use as polarized as this one, the rule of law have to prevail. At least twice he reiterated that no man is above the law. What is your take about this video? Please kindly drop your comments below and thanks.